So why do you think guys in general feel like they have to be within the matrix of society to the point where they're just kind of like a leaf in the wind? They let anything take them, and they settle for crappy relationships with women that they're not attracted to, with jobs that they fucking hate, all this shit. Why do you think that even happens in the first place?
I mean, if you really think about it, man, like society kind of breeds you to just be sort of a follower, right? Like you go to school and they're like, all right, like raise your hand before you talk, like do your homework. They teach you to be compliant to like the entire system of of society, right? And that's cool, but it leads to a lot of guys being worried about not fitting in. They're worried about like, oh, like I need to make sure I go to college, I get the job, and I can, get the wife, get the kids, get the house, all that type of stuff. Like basically follow that timeline, and that's really it. Like they're always worried about falling out of that and being judged by everybody else. They don't even know what the hell it is that they want. They never even ask themselves what they've actually wanted. And for me, like once I started doing that, I was like, wait a second, I don't want to be an accountant. Like I don't want to like work in an office job. What am I doing here? And I
Right.
kind of had like, it was like a wake up call for me.
Right. So it's almost like people are following that matrix because they're afraid of what other people might think of them or what society might think of them.
Yeah, man. Think about it. Like a lot of students I have, like talk about having this like timeline in their head, right? They're like, oh, like I need to do this by like 25, 27, 20. It's like, man, who's telling you? Who's telling you this? Like, what? Whose timeline are you running by, bro? Like for me, like the day I started doing shit because I wanted to do it and stopped really giving a shit what other people thought about it. Like is when things really changed for me.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's when I realized for myself was like all the shit that I wanted was just what society wanted, right? It's like we want the nice car and the girl with the fake tits, and we want the Lamborghini and like $20 million and all this stuff. And it's almost like when I took a second to think about it, I was like, well, I actually don't want those things. I want a girl who's more cute and more like a wife, and I want to be able to live on a farm, and like I don't give a fuck what kind of car I have.
Trying to
It's
live on a
really,
farm, bro.
yeah, I do. I genuinely like if I could live anywhere right now, I would have like a decent amount of money for me to be self-sustaining for a long period of time, and I would live on a farm. That's the ideal lifestyle for me.
And what type of crops would you grow?
I don't know if I would grow crops. I would just want to. I would
You
just.
can't live on a farm
I
and
just.
not grow crops, right? You gotta grow something.
I don't want to be a farmer. I want to live on a farm. So it would be like animals, man, like just fucking horses and dogs and sheep everywhere. I don't know. Maybe you have more experience with with being on a farm than I do.
I've had a little bit of experience with being on a farm, but never like actually farming. But I got a couple of friends who have ranches and stuff. But it's a good. I mean, it's a lot of land, a lot of adventures to be had. It's definitely it can be a good time aside from the hard work of farming if there's a way to avoid that.
Right.